Look, the same type of another question. The denominator of a fraction is 2 more than its numerator. If the sum of the fraction and its reciprocal is 35 by 15, find the fraction. So the denominator of a fraction is 2 more than its numerator. So take numerator as x, numerator equal to x. So denominator equal to x plus 2. That is 2 more than the numerator. If the sum of the fraction, so what is the fraction? Fraction is equal to x divided by x plus 2. What is the reciprocal of fraction? Reciprocal of the fraction. So reciprocal of the fraction is x plus 2 divided by x. So the question is here, the sum of the fraction and its reciprocal is 35 by 15. So we can write according to the question x divided by x plus 2 plus x plus 2 divided by x equal to 35 by 15. So if you simplify this, you will get to the second quadratic equation and solve the quadratic equation. Look, another question. The difference between the altitude and base of a right angle triangle. The difference between base and altitude of a right angled triangle. The difference between the base and altitude of a right angled triangle is 5 centimeter. If the area of the triangle is, if the area of the triangle is 150 centimeter square, if the area of the triangle is 150 centimeter square, find the base and altitude. Find the base and altitude of the triangle. So the question is, the difference between the base and altitude of a right angle triangle is 5 centimeter. If the area of the triangle is 150 centimeter square, find the base and altitude of the triangle. Let us check. Okay, next, the altitude is equal to x, right? The altitude equal to x. So base equal to x minus 5. Base equal to x minus 5. The difference between altitude and base is 5. So altitude is x. Base equal to x minus 5. So in a right angle triangle, the area of a right angle triangle equal to half BH. So we can write here half base into height height half into base into height, that is x minus 5 equal to 150. It is given 150. Area of the triangle is given 150. So we can write like this: half into x minus 5 equal to 150. You can simplify it: x into x minus 5, x into x minus 5 equal to 150 into 2. Take 2 this side. That is x into x square, x into 5, 5x equal to 300. So we can bring it to write this in quadratic equation: x square minus 5x minus 300 is equal to 0. So now you got the quadratic equation. You can simplify it by using the formula a equal to 1, b equal to minus 5, c equal to minus 300. So it is b square minus 4ac. B square minus 4ac equal to minus 5 square minus 4 into a means 1 into minus 300. That is 5 square 25 minus into minus plus 4 into 0 4 0 4 0 4 3 0 1 12 1200. So that is equal to 1225. 1225 is the b square minus 4ac. That x is equal to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Minus b, that is minus of minus 5, plus or minus root 1225 divided by 2 into 1. That is minus into minus plus 5, plus or minus. What is the square root of 1225? Find out the factorization method. 1225. 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 4s are 20, 5 2s are 10, 2 remain 22, 4 4, 5 4s are 20, and 5, 5 4s are 5, 9, 7 7s are. So square root is equal to 7 into 5. So square root of 1225 is, square root of 1225 is 7 into 5, that is equal to 35. So we can write here 5 plus or minus 35 divided by 2. Therefore, x is equal to 5 plus 35 divided by 2, that is 40 divided by 2, that is 20. Or x is equal to 5 minus 35 divided by 2, that is minus 30 divided by 5, 2 minus 15. So sides cannot be minus, so we can take the value x is equal to 20. Therefore, altitude, we can write altitude. We took altitude as x, altitude is equal to 20 and base equal to 20 minus 5, that is 15. So area is equal to half BH, half into 20 into 15, you are getting 300. Another question, find the discriminant of the quadratic equation x square plus 4x plus 5 equal to 0 and find the nature of roots. Find the discriminant. Find the discriminant of the quadratic equation find the discriminant of the quadratic equation x square plus x square plus 4x plus 5 equal to 0. So discriminant with b square minus 4ac, b square minus 4ac equal to 0 because b square minus 4ac is the discriminant. B square minus 4ac is the discriminant. To find the nature of roots, you can see b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. The b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. You can see two distinct real roots, two answers, distinct real roots we will get. And when b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, equal roots, same answer get equal roots. And b square minus 4ac is less than 0, negative answer. So there is no roots for b square minus 4ac is less than 0. So we can find the nature of the roots by finding the discriminant b square minus 4ac. B square minus 4ac is greater than 0. We can see two distinct equal roots. And b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Two equal real roots we are getting. And b square minus 4ac is less than 0. No real roots. So find out b square minus 4ac in this equation. B square minus 4ac equal to b square, that is 4 square, minus 4 into a 1 into c. 4 square 60 minus 4 into 5 20. So here minus 4 you got. So here b square minus 4ac is got less than 0. So there is no roots for this equation. There is no roots for this equation because b square minus 4ac is less than 0. So if the nature of roots, if you want to find out, first find out the b square minus 4ac, it is the discriminant, and then you can easily write the nature of solution.